review communication principles part 2. And the prior tutorial might have seemed very basic, but when we're moving quickly and having a lot to do on our plate, it's really important we have a system in place to be able to catch simple human error. So today we're going to talk more about language, and it's really important that we hone in and we're all using the same tone with the correct target market. So this is sort of like our brand Bible at this point. It's our TNN brand position guidelines and needs. This can be found in AdKit, but if you just log into our Drive folder, you can type in brand positioning and it will pop up. So we're going to start out with our target market. Really, the primary target market here for us is mothers that are college educated with a household income of 100K plus. The primary target is pregnant women. Why? Because we can really capture them before they're even struggling with barriers to breastfeeding, and they can get the product in hand before they have challenges. Secondary is really brand newborns, 0 to 2 months, and tertiary is infants 2 to 6 months, because then we can still provide them product for the rest of the year. Their physical need state. It primarily is needing a feeding supplement or alternative to give them a break. They're back at work, they are trying to sleep through the night, and their partner wants to be able to help supplement. And so they really need the support of an infant feeding system to feed. Ideally, pumped breast milk is what we're trying to support, but at any point in their journey, if they're supplementing with a formula, the natural nipple can deliver that as well. Secondary is they want product quality. And where are they getting these testimonials? From their friends, their family, from mommy influencers, from blogs, and then lastly, from what they Google. The access and the price is the last thing that they're looking for. And that's why we are, premium priced, but the delivery to your door on our e-commerce site is really crucial. Their emotional need state we need to keep in mind when we're communicating with this market is they want relief in their decision and they want a solution. They also want assurance and confidence that they are making the right decision and doing the best thing possible for their baby. And something that's on trend, something that's hitting the triple bottom line. It's good for the environment, and it's also an accessory. This is no longer a bottle that you're embarrassed to go get as if it's a tampon. This is something that you would have falling out of your Gucci bag, and it's beautiful, and you're proud to be able to continue your breastfeeding journey with the natural nipple. Many of them fear losing a connection with their baby and being judged or not making the right decision, and having to change, having to give up breastfeeding because they really are experiencing these latching issues when they're going back to work or they're in the NICU and a standard bottle has been introduced. So how we're going to reach them? This is critical. It's really through primary advertising and continuing to optimize our SEO. And the way we've done that is with the content architecture that's really built out over the pain points that we have found in our market. Secondary is our affiliate influencer program and focusing on press releases that highlight any new updates and progress along our company journey. And tertiary is through channel partners. So what I mean by this is our key clinical stakeholders or industry partners such as MiraCare, for instance, because they are going after the women that are looking to conceive, and so they've worked really, really hard to get to this point where they can carry a baby, and they will be much more privy to a premium product and know the importance and be educated on the importance of continuing breastfeeding for as long as possible. So in postpartum, the way we'll reach this network is primarily through channel partners. They're going to their visits with their midwives, with lactation consultants, with their OBGYNs. And so having an affiliate program that includes these people is really important to put the natural nipple on the radar. Secondary is through influencers and PR, and third would be in advertising and search. So really where we're trying to target our paid dollars is for women who have just conceived. Just to go through what channel partners means, these are OBGYNs, doulas, midwives, childbirth class instructors, mommy and me groups, and adoption agencies. One thing I will make note of in my experience in working with lactation consultants is they are not allowed to directly recommend product by the code that they take in their licensure. And so a lot of them are actually befriending us on social. However, because standard bottles are truly the problem, this is why we are differentiating ourselves as an infant feeding system that's been researched and designed to really mimic maternal shape, feel, and flow. And the purpose was clinically and research backed to reduce latching frustration and prolong breastfeeding. That being said, they still can't recommend our product, but what they can recommend is our services if a parent would actually need a telehealth consultation. So physical need state, they need to have in-house early referable solution that's a one-size-fits-all in most packages. And that's really where our data, digital and physical solution comes in. And so we've had some issues with our current site as it stands, but if you're viewing this before we update it, I want to show you how it works. Here's where parents can pre-order. You'll see here there's two options, the starter kit or the latch match unit. This is 2 bottles, 2 nipples, based on the baby's age range. Our starter kit is if we capture them before birth, and this actually supports the full year breastfeeding journey with 4 bottles and 4 nipples for data-driven milk flow for birth to 2 months, 3 to 6 months, 7 to 9 months, and 10 to 12 months. What you're going to see here is you need to input your latch match results. That's that little pop-up that you saw down here. This is our unique proprietary algorithm that actually pairs mom's unique nipple geometry with the best bottle for them. So they're going to take this survey, they're going to denote if their baby has any congenital malformations, because this would actually warrant them having a telehealth visit before ordering the bottle, which it prompts them here. And it gives them a code to actually get that visit done for free, because they actually may need, if the baby has a high palate, a nipple that's longer than their unique nipple geometry. But here it's going to tell you what's your nipple length. Here's how you measure it. If you need more measurement instructions, go ahead, click on the blog here. Ooh, we need to fix that. We have a blog. And this is how you actually use a ruler and walk through step by step getting your natural nipple measurements in place. So then once you do that, maybe you're 13 millimeters by 10. This is your diameter. It's going to give you your unique latch match result. Mine's Gabriel. So then you select it at checkout. So that's where you just input it right here, and then you hit add to cart. Now, if you simply wanted to have our telehealth services, you can go to our service page where we offer not just microbiome insights. So that's our data-driven feeding program that offers an immunobiome analysis. You can see It includes at-home stool tests shipped to your door. Our specialists actually interpret your complete gut microbiome analysis. We then schedule a 45-minute telehealth visit to go over your personalized scores. And then you get a list of tailored foods for you if you're the mom to enjoy, minimize, or avoid, using supporting rationale behind the recommendations, and a custom 3-month probiotic for you or your baby's unique microbiome. So this is a bit pricier. Here is the 3 steps: identify, optimize, improve. And we don't typically just take standalone telehealth visits for no reason, but if you needed to, aside from analyzing if they have a congenital malformation, you will go here. And you can select a time here. We have our Sesame calendar, and you can see we have availability there. And then you could enter code flow stage and get it for free. We do ask that before the visit you fill out our triage form, which just takes 1 minute, and it helps us determine which provider is the most appropriate, because we have those that are specialized more in biome research, which is myself. That's what my PhD was focused on. Or for instance, we could refer directly to a lactation consultant if it appears it's purely a latch problem after they've done a very holistic super baby intake form. Okay, so coming back to their emotional needs stage, they want to feel confident in the recommendations to their patients. Oh, this is for our channel partners and their clients. So they don't want to really have to go through a lot of steps. They just want to be able to have this solution, which we can offer their clients. And we actually have set up in ShareASale a very easy referral program that would offer them a percentage of sales when their clients order directly through our site using a code that tracks, or a link that actually tracks who they've referred. I think they fear company longevity, if they'll succeed compared to competitors, their quality commitment, and their overall referral quality. So this is why we really need to demonstrate, we are founded by clinicians and scientists, and we've done the research. We're backed by NSF, who funds NASA, and our IP has been evaluated by them to actually determine that we truly have something that's going to disrupt infant feeding for the first time in 200 years. How we're going to reach them: this is direct marketing and emails. We have quite an extensive list actually in our current email list from Shopify. It goes out to some partners, trade shows like A1 or HIMSS, and tertiary would be them seeing us in PR. Adoptive parents is another market of ours, and their primary need is a feeding system, right? Unless they have gone through hormonal therapy for lactogenesis, they are going to just need a bottle to feed supplemented or donor milk in. I think what they want is access and affordability. They want confidence that this choice is clinically backed to prevent colic. This is much more important for them than latching frustration, unless, like I said, they have stimulated lactogenesis and are being able to breastfeed themselves. Another thing is on trend. And thirdly, they want assurance that they have the support they need at home. This is probably their first time doing this. And so the in-home telehealth visit that actually does come with our product is something that's of huge importance to our adoptive market. I think they fear failure primarily, and failure, to succeed in giving the baby donor milk, failure to be able to cultivate the right gut bacteria and immune foundation for their baby, and maybe also just not being adequate. There might be this sense of imposter syndrome. So we want to be very careful in our tone that we're acknowledging what they fear and what they need. And thirdly, be aware that they may experience fearing judgment. How we intend to reach them is through advertising and paid search, then through channel partners, which are the adoptive agencies, and next through PR and influencers. So we are really a corporation that is committed to being more than a product company. We're a solutions and a resource company. We feature products for breastfeeding, including our patented natural nipple, which is a revolutionary solution to perfectly match bottle feeding to mom's unique breast and nipple flow for baby. We don't focus on problems because these systemically come with too many variables. We're a human company utilizing smart engineering and technology to connect humans with the tiniest of humans in the most primitive way possible. And our customers really need solutions. So we are creating latch solutions. There's no more flow problems, there's flow solutions, and no more bonding problems, bonding solutions. So we are providing these physical and emotional solutions so our customers feel confident at work when they have to pump and then come back to breast to try to get their baby to latch. They feel available for sex. They feel restored by sleep, and they get back to a feeling like an individual human while remaining connected to their child. Our consumers love their babies and themselves. The natural nipple provides a healthy connection, physical, emotional, and health benefits for both of them. It's a solution to remain connected. So it's really important that we all are clear on our positioning statement. It's the only fully customizable feeding system that uniquely matches mom's shape and nipple flow. By molding for mom's very own breast, it's the first breast that's best for bottle feeding. The natural nipple provides the smooth grow with baby feeding system. It's backed by science to provide latch, flow, and separation solutions to ensure that very special once in a lifetime bond of the feeding experience with the baby is stress-free experience the whole family can enjoy. It's very important that our tagline is consistent. So we provide seamless, stress-free breast and bottle feeding with the only bottle that matches your natural shape, feel, and milk flow. Some campaign opportunities. I've hyperlinked brands we really like here to collaborate with. And the ad campaigns to come up are really going to be inspired by Equinox's Commit to Something, Bold, Fearless campaigns, as well as Got Milk. So we can even have images of moms, dads, in-laws holding the baby in one arm and confidently holding the natural nipple in another. I've played with some copy ideas here for future ads, but importantly, this is where we are at in terms of what we need for deliverables from an advertising agency. And if anyone is confused about our brand guidelines, it's very important that we follow primary colors, which is the nude, then that we have the off-white, and we have these supplemental color codes that we've utilized on our website. So we've actually changed. The primary font is now Lust, so we can update that. Our secondary font is Quiche. And our tertiary font is Ovo. These were our former brand guidelines fonts, but our logos you'll actually find in our drive. So taking all of this information, you can be able to channel that into the way you shape your tone with who you are communicating with. I'd like to just pull up a template, for instance, which we'll be sharing with you. Let's look at podcast scheduling. So I've created this template, and this is for an initial outreach, for instance, and we want to host them on an Instagram live. So we've linked our Instagram here, and I've included and hyperlinked one of our best interviews that we've had after it's already up on the blog. So Mamava is a COO, Christine Dodson. Mamava is a pretty large company. We were very happy to be able to feature her. This is where you would add the mix max share availability option, and you would actually just make sure you can see my calendar is enabled, and when I have some availability, you would select it. And then you're asking for their headshot, their bio, their value proposition, and letting them know we would create digital media.